My name is Stephen. I'm at the moment 60 years old. I was brought up in the 50s and my family were very poor. I had nothing as a child, so I used to go around and steal it all the time. So I began my criminal career when I was 4 years old. At the age of 8, I was put on probation for 12 months. And at the age of 13, I was sent to improved school for 3 years for breaking in premises, about 13 crimes in all. When I came out at the age of 16, I started work as a chef, and then I also started drinking. And me and drink, we just got on together like two houses on fire. I drank like a fish to water. I just couldn't stop. I couldn't get enough. I was at it all the time. And eventually, after 8 weeks, I was doing postal training. I came out of postal training, started drinking again, and my mate said to me, "What was postal like?" I said it was easy. No, nothing. Even though it nearly killed me. But this was my attitude. I just carried on drinking. I didn't give a damn for anything or anyone. Drink, drink, drink. That's all I did. I was very anti-authority. I hated everyone. And I loved the booze. Years later, in and out of prison as I was, I met my common law wife. I never married her because a marriage licence would cost too much and I wanted my money for booze. We had 3 daughters, and in the 5 years that we were together, I spent more time in prison than I did with her. Then, when she left me, and 12 months later she died of cervical cancer. But I didn't go to the funeral because I was in my second home, prison. And prison is where I've been all my life. I've had no freedom at all, because when I left prison, I became a prisoner in a bottle. So I've really never been free. And at my last crime, it brought me to my knees because I just had enough. I was fed up a bit. I'd lost all my family, lost all my friends. I didn't have a friend in the world. I didn't have anybody I could turn to. I was in prison there on remand. I had no one to write to at all. I was just fed up. I wanted to hang myself and just do away with it, because this life was a load of rubbish. There was nothing in it for me. And one night actually, I'll never forget it as long as I live this day, I was reading a book called Alcoholics Anonymous. And I've read all these stories 100 times before, but I read this particular story about a woman who'd been 5 years dry. And she spoke about how God had done it and helped her recover from alcoholism. And I just put the book down and I prayed from my heart. I said, "Please God, if you're real, please give me what this lady has got." And within seconds, a warm feeling started in the top of my head and spread right through to the tip of my toes. I just felt alive. I felt so warm and free. And I looked at the cell door and I thought, I could tear that door off its hinges. What a thought. Them doors have held people for years and still do. And there's me, thinking I can tear it off its hinges. This I found out later is the power of the Holy Spirit. And since that day, I became a Christian. But the road has not been easy, because I went to court a couple of weeks after. And like all the other times, I used to pray before I went to court. This is the man who didn't believe, he used to pray. I didn't pray, no. I just said, "Whatever's your will, Lord." And I got 9.5 years in total. So, for this Christian, life didn't become a bed of roses. There was a lot of hard work to do. I had to grow up from the stage of a little baby all over again. I had to change my attitude towards authority. I was very racist. I had to drop it. I had to start loving everybody. I had to be reborn all over again and grow and grow. And eventually, 16 months ago, I got released. Free. I've never been as free in my life. And today, 16 months later, I have my own house. And I'm doing very well. I've got everything. I've got a computer. I've got decent clothes. I've got a nice house. And I'm taking holidays. And now, today, I'm just taking one in Ireland. Just for a weekend. And it's the first holiday in my life. And now, we're going to start doing more work for Jesus. Because he did the greatest thing ever he could do for me, this alcoholic. He set me free. You know?